Yesterday, Tuesday, March 11th, Herbie unfortunately passed away, and for like the last year of his life, he was really starting to slow down. He was a senior guinea pig. He was older, and I knew that this time was going to come sooner than later, and I did not expect that it would be coming, this quickly. But I'm trying not to be sad about it and just being happy about all the wonderful moments I had with Herbie, because he was such a wonderful guinea pig. I loved him, and I know he loved us. I had so many good moments with him. I'm gonna miss waking up, going downstairs to check on him and say good morning to him, and hearing him squeak and wanting cilantro, or some peppers, some carrots, some kale. I'm going to miss it, but I know that he had a wonderful time here on Earth, and I'm just hoping that right now in heaven he is looking down at me and our family and just, saying, Aiden, you were such a wonderful owner to me. And I just hope he's eating all the, cilantro and parsley he wants and just having the time of his life. And I was able to take Herbie out for one last time outside, and I'm very thankful that the weather was cooperative. But it wasn't quite the same. It wasn't like other times where I'd taken out Herbie where he was eating the grass like crazy and moving around. It was very different because he was quite literally like on his deathbed. He was not well, and I took a photo of him there outside, and as you can see in the photo, I'll put it up here on screen, he was not well, and he couldn't even stand up. I tried to help him get up, stand up. I even picked some good grass for him and tried to feed it to him. He wouldn't even eat the grass. But I'm just hoping that he enjoyed his final time outside. And I'm very thankful that I was able to do that. Herbie died at around 9:30 last night in his cage, and my dad was by his side all the way until his last breath. I was up in my room editing a short, and my mom came up and broke the news that Herbie had passed, and part of me feels guilt for not being down by his side until he passed. But my mom said that he was suffering. By the end, he was really suffering his last few minutes, and I wouldn't have wanted to see that, and I can definitely understand that. And so it also is kind of like a blessing that I wasn't down there seeing him suffer at his final moments. I love you, buddy. You were the best guinea pig ever, and I was so thankful to be your dad, your brother, whatever I was to you, your caretaker. And I'm thankful I was able to spend 5 years of your life with you. Some of you guys who've been longtime viewers may have heard, the story many times, but actually someone on my dad's work was unable to take care of him anymore. And so they offered us and said, hey, would you be willing to take care of Herbie? We'll give you, all his pellets we have and his hay. We'll give you his toys and his cage. And we said, yes, we will. And it really was like the best decision to ever make, because this is right when the pandemic started in March of 2020, and he really helped me and our family get through the pandemic. I truly believe that he just brought so much light and happiness to my life. The thing about Herbie that I loved about him so much is that he was always so exhilarated in life. You know, he was always so happy. He would squeak. He loved life, and I think he loved me. He loved our family. He loved my mom. He loved my dad. He loved my sister. He loved my grandparents. He loved everyone that would come to visit him. He just loved to be around people, and he really grew to love our family and spend time around people. I think a lesson that Herbie gave to me was to just appreciate the little things in life, because he appreciated the little things. He didn't need, you know, a big thing to get him excited. If that was giving him cilantro in the morning or filling up his water, that made his day. That made him happy. He was happy until the end, you know. I know he probably was not the most aware of much of anything going around him at that point. I think he probably didn't have much awareness of really anything, you know. He wasn't Herbie by the end. Yes, he was Herbie, but he wasn't the Herbie that I remembered. But it's just because, unfortunately, his time was ready. It was his time to go to heaven. I believe, even if I wasn't ready, I mean, I was preparing myself. I was telling myself that he's gonna pass eventually, and pretty soon, more than likely. And I really thought that he would make another 6 months, another year. And it was just his time. And so, Herbie, I hope you're having the best life up in heaven. I hope you're enjoying it. I hope you're getting all the water you want, all the blueberries you want, all the carrots, the celery, the kale, the cilantro. I hope you're doing wonderful, and I hope you're looking down right now and just saying, Aiden, you did such a wonderful job. And I just want to say, Herbie, that you were such an amazing guinea pig. You were the best guinea pig ever. You were such a personality. You had so much personality. You were so happy. You know, you were definitely, you know, hyper at times. Sometimes he would like popcorn out of excitement. Which popcorn for guinea pigs is when they get a huge, you know, charge of excitement, you know, and, you know, jump up and squeak of excitement. And, you know, he would do that occasionally, but unfortunately by the end of his life it stopped really happening, because he slowed down, and he was just getting older. You know, this wasn't unusual. He was 6 years old. I got many different numbers, but, you know, he was in the 100-year-old range in the guinea pig years. You know, he was a senior. He was old. He was not young. And I think even if he lived another year or another even 5 years, I still would not be ready. But I'm just gonna be thankful and remember all the amazing memories I made with Herbie over the years, taking him outside in the summertime, letting him eat the grass, making him his special, you know, cilantro and carrot dishes, you know, decorating the vegetables to make it look all pretty for Herbie. Even if he didn't care, he just wanted the vegetables. But I really tried to go above and beyond for him, and even till his last moments, I really try to make it special for him. You know, I'm so thankful that the weather was cooperative yesterday, because, you know, if this would have happened in January or February, it would have been a different story. I just want to say to all the friends and family that have been texting me, you know, saying sorry and saying, you know, he was such a great guinea pig and saying you're going to be okay. I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much, because it truly means the world to me. You know, if you're wondering, I'm okay. It's just going to be a little different without my little Herbie. You know, waking up in the morning and getting home from school to see him, it's gonna be different. And I mean, this is with life, you know, there's always gonna be death, and it's never easy. But I'm just gonna be thankful and remember all the good times I had with Herbie. He just had so much personality. He was such a character. You were more than just a guinea pig. You were more than just a pet. You weren't a pet, you were family. You were part of the family tree, and unfortunately, you know, this is gonna happen. Even Coco and Sky noticed that something was not right. They could tell that he was gonna die. They could tell that he was not doing okay. They actually started barking at him, and Coco was crying because she was worried about Herbie. And I mean, that just says something, that it didn't just make an impact to the humans in our household, it made an impact to our dogs. That just shows what a character he was. And I hope someday we can meet again in heaven, Herbie, and you can tell me all the stories you have. I want to say, Herbie, I love you so much. I hope you're having a wonderful time up in heaven, and buddy, this video is for you. It's dedicated to you. Forever, I will love you, Herbie. Rest in peace, and thank you for making our family's life so special.